Hi, welcome to episode 16 of the podcast, which is a special one. It's a May wrap-up. Roundup?
Wrap-up.
Wrap-up.
Yeah.
May wrap-up. So Tristan and I are going to be touching on a few things that popped out this month and our views, opinions, and how they are going to impact what we do. And this is a biggie, I think.
What, May?
May is a bit. I mean, May is a great month.
Yeah.
But today, we're going to be talking about Google AI mode for search.
Great.
I know. Like there's nothing
Google.
else. Who else is sick of talking about AI? Which is a hyper-personalized chat-style search experience that's likely to replace traditional search as we know it.
Yeah.
We need like a bullshit.
Sorry, that was my technical term there.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Is that your rating for it? Just
Yeah.
an exhaling cow. We need a bullshit button for this. There's very little way I think that Google are going to have these hyper-personalized content, like conversational results. A lot of their money is from ad revenue, and it's very difficult to get ads seamlessly in a conversational style in those kind of results.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I think that voice search, I feel, has been suppressed because, as I said, you're going back to the olden style of radio ads where you've got to listen to something before you get the information you want. Now, I get that there's pre-roll ads on YouTube, but that's different. You're not searching, you're sort of more browsing, I think, and just scrolling and wasting time. But if you say, hey, device, what's the best 5-star hotel in New York City? And it goes, oh, well, I know you want this information, but here's 30 seconds of sponsored before you get to it.
Yeah.
People are more likely to just go back to search, scroll, click on the organic results, or go through an OTA. I just don't think this is on the... I'm really interested as to how they're going to sensitively and commercially do this, not just for the hotel industry, but search-wide.
Yeah, just for their product in general.
Yeah, because you're going to have these ads in Google's results, and then obviously OpenAI and GPT is just bounding and bounding. And when 5 comes out this year, the paid models of GPT, they cost to use, so you're not going to be exposed to, I would imagine, not exposed to very many ads in there. I just think that if Google don't get this wrong, they're screwed.
Well, financially, yes. But I think also from the product point, you're completely correct there. Because for me, I think a lot of this is smoke and mirrors from Google at the moment in time. I don't think it's ready to roll out.
No.
It's not going to do all of the glitz and glam that they've said it's going to do, because how many times have we seen Google roll out products specifically for their main product, for Google Ads, and it's AI powered or algorithmically driven or whatever it is. It's a black box that you're leaving up to Google to spend your money for. It's not like they've got a vested interest in taking your money, is it? Let's be honest. So of course, I'm going to be incredibly skeptical about anything that Google puts out there, simply because we've seen just recently with PMax, the Performance Max product that they created, that you and I ended up doing a lot of research on, realizing that it does the exact opposite of what they're actually telling everybody that it's doing to make it look better, so you'll carry on using it. That for me is what's known as a lie. I don't know whether I can actually label it that way, but that's what it feels to me. So I think, like Google, I've got deep distrust of this. I think part of the problem here is that Google are fearing that they're not being relevant anymore in the AI conversation. We're not keeping up because it's like, Claude's released this, ChatGPT's released this, Claude's released that. It's become the AI battles, and Google's not really been involved in that. It's been the GPT battles that are fighting it amongst it. So for me, this sounds like a lot of smoke and mirrors, because it leaves more questions than it actually answers.
Yeah, I'm going to call it now. I think before the end of the year, there's going to be a miraculous new ad type that will appear in the Google Ads platform. Or what we'll do is we'll take your responsive search ads, and now we're going to put them in a conversational style, and we'll for only 3x your CPC. Or maybe it'll move to like a CPM model. I don't know. There's ways they could try and do this, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Very.
And I don't think they know the answers themselves. Otherwise, they would have been screaming it from the rooftops already.
No, I'm
Absolutely screaming it.
super skeptical about that, if I'm honest.
Well, there is another ad type because I think we're going to touch on
We
that
are going
next,
to touch on
aren't
that
we?
now.
Yeah.
AI travel ads appearing in generative search from third parties.
Yeah, I think this came out on a Skift article or one of the other publications that are out there as well. Basically, you're starting to see third-party AI companies that Google have been partnering with and now showing up in the generative AI search section. But it's not really. It doesn't feel like it's a generative search. It feels like it's an ad placed in generative search and called generative search. It's like, well, hang on, you just try to
Pick a lane.
yeah, you put the old stuff
Yeah.
in with the new stuff, but say it's sponsored by company.ai and make it AI. It just feels a bit like AI washing.
Yeah. AI washing.
Yeah.
And you're moving from these, character limited, here's how many lines you've got for headline 1, for description 2, blah, 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 to just write what you want, really. As long as it sounds like a conversation, we'll probably let you do it.
Yeah.
It's just another ad tag. It's not true. I don't know. There's so much they won't be telling us about where eventually they'll get the information from, or what you can write in these ads, or where they're going to come from. And because you're talking, a lot of them a lot of AI results come from publicly available sources. So if you ask a GPT question, it will reference like TripAdvisor,
Yep.
like Answers.com, all those kind of websites. So you're sort of leaving yourself open to submitting yourself to the court of public opinion. If someone puts a terrible TripAdvisor review on, or any other review sites, and any AI platform decides to take that snippet because one person back in 2013 saw bed bugs, you very, I don't know, the impact of reviews and sort of public content becomes hyper pivotal.
Yeah.
Because you live and die by what they.
So you're right. We've already started seeing that with some of the AI results or generative text that's coming in. It's referencing, Google reviews from 3 years ago that was, like 3 out of 5. It was just a bit meh. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 years ago, how relevant is that? This is what makes us so skeptical about where it's going, is because there's so much information, there's so much direction that this could go in, but the information that's been chosen by it doesn't seem to have enough guidance or enough AI around it to actually realise, or non-AI around it to realise that it's, well, that's not relevant. We shouldn't actually be making reference to that.
No.
But I do like bringing into this as well, when we're talking about skepticism and AI. Have you seen recently about the AI company? Was it the India tech company?
Where the AI went and did the research on the developers? Or are you talking about
No, I'm on about the was it the $500 million investment company?
Go on.
Sorry, venture capital investment into a very well known publicly available AI, when the AI was actually a team of Indian developers furiously typing in the background. And
Are you being serious?
Yes, I'm being very serious.
I must have missed this.
Yeah, it's I forget. I can't.
$500 million, did you say?
Something ridiculous.
A ridiculous amount of money.
It was eye-wateringly huge. Like, it's been like venture capital, I think, from the Saudi government was involved with it. There's all sorts of stuff here. Yeah, massive fraud.
Tris, I have a new business idea. I'd like to discuss with you off camera.
Yes, indeed, indubitably.
2 Northern England lads frantically asking Jeeves. Then sending back. No, but on the topic of AI.
Yeah, I know what you're going
to. On the topic of AI, obviously, for the first time, folks will see in the news, running some test with AI, got it to perform some tasks, and then allow itself to be shut down. And the AI rewrote the code to avoid the shutdown, despite being explicitly, in some cases, allowing itself to be shut down.
Yes.
The first instance I think we've seen. Now, you can talk about this being the AI being so task focused that it's obviously not going to shut itself down because there's other things to complete.
Or it's just, don't kill me.
Don't kill me. Don't, please. Big sad puppy dog eyes.
What did you think of the AI children?
And then there was the other AI that did the research on the developers, and was it threatened to expose an affair
Yeah, there was something actually. Yeah, deep research at the internet and
Yes.
basically blackmailed them.
At what point do we pull the plug? When do we just say, you know what, lads, we've had enough?
I think at the point that you blackmail is the point I'm pulling the plug. Like, delete.
By the time you've got to there, it's not. It's in the cloud. It's on your phone. It's in your toaster.
It's in your fridge.
There's no way that
that's
AI
it.
isn't going to know exactly.
Open the
everything you do.
fridge. I know what you
I know.
did.
Yeah.
Just
Last
want some milk.
last thing to talk about the what's happening feature for Google Maps businesses. Amazing new features. A tab there. Talk about local events going on in the area.
Sorry, I have to be completely honest there. I shut off because Faceless One just told me it was Builder.ai was the company, the code-based
Was it?
builder that isn't actually. It's Builder.not-I.
Builder, not there is no INT.
Yeah.
But you have a team now.
Yeah.
Sorry, none of Google business profiles have a what's happening. Talks about real-time updates, events, specials, and promotion. Great idea.
Yeah.
Especially for businesses such as hotels, restaurants, bars, where people from outside the area go into an area for a small period of time and then leave. It's great for coming in and seeing what's going on at that time, but only as good as the information that it picks up, only as good as the information that you can give it, obviously.
Yeah, and I think Google, like the My Business section or the business section it's an incredibly useful feature within Google, and I think a lot of people do actually use it, but so many businesses just do not optimize it, especially smaller ones, restaurants especially. Some of the bigger restaurants, maybe they've got the either the wherewithal to do it, or the resources to do it. But you get into a smaller restaurant, the amount of times that you go in, like, is it really open at midnight tonight?
I'm very skeptical of that. I feel like the theme for today is skepticism.
Just a little bit. Skeptical.
Generally, I'm quite trusting, but not today.
Not in May.
Not in May.
Not in May at all.
No. But easy SEO win. It's more than ever now important to keep those profiles up.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That profile is significantly more valuable than it has been at any point in its past. Look at the tool that we have that obviously measures keywords from an SEO point of view, that measures keywords based on locality, and that's linked to your business profile. And that in itself is linked to the number of reviews that you're actually getting through your business profile. And over time, those reviews become even more important than the actual information you put in the business profile. It's hugely valuable from an SEO point of view and driving more business. For a restaurant, general footfall, it could be the difference between make or break.
Agreed. Right. Okay.
That's May.
That's May. That's what happened in May, and that's a wrap.